If you're a parent, teacher, or school leader, and you're sick and tired of the frustration, anger, and unfair treatment of children at high risk in our public schools, then perhaps it's time for all of us to do something about it. In this podcast, Dr. Almitra L brings you tips, tools, strategies, and tactics to build successful solutions while touching, moving, and inspiring all of us to transform our schools so that every child thrives. Here's your host, Dr. Berry.
History is not only written by the victors, but also by those who refuse to be erased. That's Edwige Dantica, Haitian American author, storyteller, and a voice for the millions who have been told that their stories don't matter. Today, her words ring louder than ever, and especially so true in our schools. Welcome back, Equity Warriors, to this Educational Equity Emancipation Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Almitra L, and I am ever so grateful that you've chosen to spend this time with me fighting for a future where every child's story is honored. Before we dive in, as always, I want to thank our Patreon subscribers. Folks, you know it's your commitment that helps keep this movement alive. And if you haven't joined us yet, head on over to patreon.com/3E podcast. Your support powers these conversations and the resources that we create for educators like you. So today's episode is for every educator who believes in the transformative power of representation, every advocate who refuses to let history be erased, and every child who needs to see themselves reflected in the curriculum. This month, I'm talking about Haitian Heritage Month, what it means, why it matters, and how you can make it a catalyst for equity in your classroom, no matter the obstacles. And as usual, I'll give you both food for thought and, before we leave today, 2 actionable strategies that you can use in your classroom come tomorrow or Monday, whatever day it is you're listening to this. But let's get real for a minute. I want you to sit back, close your eyes. If it's safe, close your eyes. And imagine being a child who speaks Haitian Creole at home, whose family celebrates the vibrant traditions of, properly pronounced, Haiti. But when you walk into your classroom, you see nothing that reflects your story. Your language is never or rarely spoken at school. Your history is rarely, if ever, mentioned, and oftentimes when it is, it's in a negative light. Your heroes, people like Toussaint Louverture or Edwige Dantica, they're missing from your textbooks, the posters, the morning announcements. How does that make you feel? Ignored, isolated, demeaned, erased? Open your eyes. Now consider this. Haitian Creole is the 6th most common language among multilingual learners in the U.S. Over 500,000 children of Haitian ancestry are enrolled in our educational system. But how often do we see their culture celebrated or even acknowledged in our schools and classrooms? Now, maybe if you're in Florida, New York, or Massachusetts, maybe you see a little bit more. But for most, Haitian heritage is invisible. And this is more than just an oversight. It's a form of erasure. It's intentional. And in this moment, when anti-equity forces are working overtime to silence, censure, strip away the stories of marginalized communities, our refusal to participate in that form of erasure matters more than ever. History matters. And you've heard me say this before, our children need mirrors, windows, and doors. So here's just a little bit on background, because we do need some historical background, always some context. The word Haiti is not French in origin, like many people believe. It actually comes from the language of the island's original inhabitants, the Taino people. In Taino, Haiti means land of high mountains or mountainous country. It's a reflection of the island's rugged geography. Now, before European colonization, the entire island was known as Haiti by the Taino, the Quisqueya, and other indigenous groups. But after old Columbus arrived back in 1492, and yes, this is where he landed, on the island where Haiti is located, not North America, as people would have you believe. Columbus did not discover North America, the continental United States. No, he was way off track. The Spanish, though, renamed the island of Haiti. They renamed the island Hispaniola, and then later under French rule, the western part of the island became Saint Dominique. When the enslaved Africans of Saint Dominique won their independence in 1804, they deliberately rejected the colonial name and restored the indigenous Taino name, Haiti, as a powerful symbol of freedom, resilience, and a return to the island's pre-colonial roots. Now, choosing Haiti was an act of reclaiming identity and honoring the island's first people, making that name a lasting emblem of national pride and resistance to oppression. So in America, as we celebrate Haitian Heritage Month this and every May, I want you to think of it as more than a cultural observance. Think of it as a call to action, a chance to honor Haiti's legacy as the world's first Black-led republic, a nation born from the only successful slave revolt in history. It's a time to recognize Haiti's profound influence on global freedom movements, on art, music, and, always my favorite, food, cuisine. So let's look at what's possible when schools get it right. In Boston Public Schools has the Toussaint Louverture Academy. My French is horrible. I do the best I can. That academy offers a dual language program where students learn both Haitian Creole and English. Here, language is not a barrier, it's a bridge. Students see their heritage woven into math, science, social studies, and the arts. They learn about Haitian heroes. They read Haitian literature, and they celebrate traditions that affirm who they are. This model doesn't just boost academic achievement, it builds self-worth, pride, belonging. But this is the exception, not the rule. In most schools, Haitian American students are left to navigate an educational landscape that ignores their culture and their contributions. And this lack of representation can lead to disengagement, lower self-esteem, and missed opportunities for all students to learn from Haiti's powerful story of resilience and resistance. But why should you care? Because whenever we erase any group's history, we all lose. We lose the chance to build empathy, to learn from each other, and to create classrooms where every child feels seen and valued. And in this political climate where Project 2025 and similar initiatives threaten to gut Title I funding, eliminate the Department of Education, and ban books and DEI programs, our commitment to inclusive, honest education is an act of resistance. What better way to honor Haitian Heritage Month? So let's get practical. How can you, as an educator, make Haitian Heritage Month, a Haitian heritage year-round, a living, breathing part of your classroom? So I promised you actionable strategies. Strategy number 1 is about integrating your culturally relevant curriculum, and you start with the right resources. You can use Broward County's Haitian Heritage Month resource guide. It is packed with ready-to-use lesson plans on Haitian history, geography, and cultural literacy. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, folks. Just commit to using what's out there. You can bring Haitian stories into your classroom by reading folk tales, studying Haitian art, and inviting students to share their family traditions. Even a simple activity like sharing a recipe. Again, you know I love food. For making jamou soup. Now, this is a dish that symbolizes Haitian freedom. Making that can spark a powerful conversation about history and identity. And I'm going to give you a printable recipe in the companion blog for this episode. So if you don't check out my Patreon channel, you got to go there to get the recipe. You can diversify your classroom library and your read aloud time. Add books by Haitian authors. For younger students, try Read Aloud of Mama's Nightingale, a story of immigration and separation by Edwige Danticat, or Freedom Soup by Tammy Charles. For middle school and high school students, Behind the Mountains by Edwige Danticat and American Street by Ibi Zoboi are powerful choices. Again, check out the companion blog for a full list that I have compiled for you that's got a number of books by grade level group. So ready to go. And then another thing you can do is connect to standards and inquiry. When anti-equity policies try to restrict what you can teach, and I know many of you are affected by that, it's time to lean into inquiry-based learning. Use primary sources like Haitian independence documents, literature, and art to let your students ask questions, analyze, and draw on their own conclusions. This type of approach keeps you aligned with state standards, okay? Inquiry-based learning, while fostering some critical thinking and cultural awareness. So that's a lot. Resources, that's my strategy 1, but I've given you 4 things you can do there. Big strategy number 2 is to celebrate heritage year-round. Do not limit these conversations to May or February or September or whatever month that we are celebrating. Advocate for bilingual programs and dual language instruction, especially if you're in a community that has a large Haitian population, or not Haitian Heritage Month, a large population of any group of people that speaks the language other than English. If your school doesn't have one, start the conversation. For Haitian Heritage Month, though, look for that Haitian bilingual program or dual language instruction. Invite Haitian American guest speakers. Look for artists, authors, community leaders, and let them share their experiences and expertise. You can also, if there's no one in your community, do a virtual visit. That works just as well. Host a school-wide event. Now, maybe you don't have time to set this up for this year, but think about next year. Art exhibits that feature Haitian artists, storytelling circles, cultural fairs where students can showcase their heritage. These events build community and give every student a sense of pride. You can empower your students as cultural ambassadors to teach, lead, or share. Give them the microphone, literally or figuratively, if you don't need a mic in your classroom. And then, of course, always engage families and communities. Send home newsletters that are bilingual so that parents and caregivers can read them. Invite families to participate in classroom activities. Make your school a place where every family feels welcome and valued, because not every culture believes that they should engage in school. We have to do that work of informing them and inviting them and making them feel welcome. So, equity warriors, Haitian Heritage Month can be your springboard to lasting change. Start a conversation with your school leadership about the importance of representation. Share resources with your colleagues. Remember, go to the companion blog and you'll grab those resources, then share them. Advocate for dual language programs and culturally relevant curriculum. Again, if you need support, go over to patreon.com/3E podcast to get those resources and discussions that happen there. But don't stop with that. In this climate, where the very idea of equity is under attack, your voice, your choices, your classrooms matter. When you choose to center marginalized stories, you push back against erasure. When you empower your students to see themselves as history makers, you build the future we all need. And then, of course, join me again next episode. And if you've got a question, a topic you'd like covered, or a special request, just text it to me. Look down in the notes for the link. I want to hear your stories. And remember, don't worry about the things you cannot change. Change the things you can no longer change. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of the 3E Podcast. You know, every time you tune in, you're joining a powerful movement to reshape education. So now let's take that impact to the next level. Here's how you can make a difference. First, if you haven't already done so, smash that subscribe button. It's free, it's easy, and it matters more than you know. Second, if today's discussion resonated with you, share it. Don't keep the good stuff to yourself. Spread the word to your friends, your family, your colleagues, anyone who cares about education. And third, now this is the big one, consider becoming a supporter of the 3E Podcast. Your small monthly contribution, it is the catalyst for our mission. With your support, we can amplify these crucial conversations. We can reach more educators around the world and produce more of the content you love. Together, we're not just talking about change, we are making it happen. So here's what I'm asking. head over to Buzzsprout and subscribe to the Educational Equity Emancipation Podcast. Every download there and only downloads there directly support our work. Don't just be a listener, be a change maker, be an equity warrior. You have the power to change the things we can no longer accept. Join our community, support the 3E podcast today. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on the next episode.